what we intend to do today is talk about net zero, and the first question is why? Why do I care? So I think most, maybe not most importantly, but certainly first off is there's a lot of regulatory pressure right now focusing on net zero. The California Energy Commission has made some statements about getting to net zero in the future, non-residential net zero energy buildings by 2030. That would mainly be focused on new construction since that's most of their regulatory power right now, although there is an AB Act that passed that extends their regulatory power towards existing buildings, and they are discussing about doing away with the you don't touch it, you don't have to fix it sort of rules that the code currently has regarding energy items. So that's on the table. They're progressing that way. They're not there yet. They're at the executive level. Obama signed the executive order that by 2030 new federal buildings should be net zero, so the feds are getting on board. As Chuck likes to point out, it's kind of a market right now where you can do no wrong, right? Everybody wants to be green, everybody wants to be focused on energy, and so the legislation is really ratcheting up as they see that there's not really a downside to them for passing legislation like that. There's a lot of market demand for it. It's a big buzzword right now. Our clients ask about it. My experience has been that the architects want to do it, and they are looking for projects that it can be done on, and they can make a marquee project out of, and maybe that even involves bringing the owner on board. And this executive order is also going to drive market demand, right, especially with the amount of federal office and other spaces that are occupied, especially in Sacramento, also the state, but countrywide. And it's all driven by climate change. We hear the numbers, right? Energies consume a large portion of energy. This is all of the energy consumed. If you start breaking it down by electricity and natural gas, the percent that buildings consume goes up. We spend a lot of our day in. So today we're going to go through, we're going to cover what is net zero, and then we're going to start approaching feasibility and cost impacts on projects. And so we are going to discuss energy use intensity, which is a way of talking about how much energy your building uses. It's BTUs per square foot. And that is going to lead us into how might we estimate the on-site generation requirements. In order for a building to be net zero, it has to generate power at some point. And then how much is that going to cost? Is it feasible on my project? Will it fit on my site? Will it fit on my building? And then we'll wrap up with questions at the end.